final story is that this week a single Pokemon card sold for nearly $1 million, which is very Dr. Evil, which is breaking the record for the most expensive sale of a Pokemon card ever. So it was a high-graded version of the rare Pikachu Illustrator card, and it was auctioned off for $900K this week, which is breaking the previous rule by a big margin. Cause I think it was £375,000 dollars. Sorry, the last time a Pikachu Illustrator card was sold, and there's a graded version of the Shadowless First Edition base set Charizard, which also sold for $369,000. Nice, guys. This is insane, and obviously we talked about kind of Beanie Babies and collections and bits and pieces earlier in the show, but did you collect Pokemon cards when you were in school, or trade Pokemon cards or anything like that? And if not, was there like a weird massive collector's item type thing that everyone was really infused about when you were at school?
Sort of yes to both.
Yeah.
I collected a lot of the Gen 1 Pokemon cards, and then kind of like, I don't know if aged out of it is the right word, because I was still into Pokemon, but the card collection thing, I just kind of lost the graw for when I made the move over to secondary school. So I literally just gave my gigantic folder of Pokemon cards to my cousin and never thought about them again. And I don't want to.
How much did you just give away?
Again, I don't want to think about it on the off chance that there is or was some value to it.
Dave, there is. The fact that you had them in a folder as well means they were probably in decent nick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I've got the complete first base set of Pokemon cards, and I know I don't know how great the condition is if I would have it graded, but I know that I'm probably sitting on thousands of pounds right there.
I still have my original Pokemon cards too, because I was like prime age for multiple of those crazes running through school, which did start with Pokemon, because I was born in '92, so Pokemon would have come out in like. Yeah. When I was around 6, 7, when it was like at the peak of its popularity. So that is like prime dumb kid age. And then after that came Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I caught the tail end of Beyblade.
I was going to say, were you on the pro Beyblade circuit?
Just like that was like my 6th class thing caught on just as I was leaving primary school. Beyblade was the thing, and people were in their little Beyblade circles doing their Beyblade battles, pulling their Beyblade cords.
So I don't know if I know I've said this on a podcast before, I don't know if it's this one, but the weird collector's item in my school, in primary school, Pokemon cards being a big thing, was call cards. I don't know how much you remember that, like, you know, payphones back in the day, physical payphones that you'd have out in the town, you could pay for them with coins. You could have these prepaid call cards that looked like credit cards. They had the little chip on them that you preloaded with credits. And I don't know how much variance you would get on the ones in the UK, but the Telecom Aaron ones that you would get here had a massive amount. Like, they'd use the bottom 2/3 of the thing. Like, it would have Telecom Aaron call card on a strip on the top. Then the rest of it was all space for, like, cool artwork or some company they'd done an advertising deal with. Or, you know, you used to get, like, you'd go into this takes me back, before it was Tesco over here, it was called Quinsworth. You'd go into a Quinsworth and it'd be like, if you get X amount of packs of this, you'll get this brand themed call card with it as well.
It used to be a bit of mine as a child, when obviously my parents are much older than me, so they would constantly call it Quinsworth after we rented at Tesco. And me being the pedantic, annoying child that I was, I would always sit, it's not called Quinsworth, it's called Tesco.
Yeah, I'm at the Quinsworth is just about in living memory to me by a couple of years. Like, I was maybe 7 when it became Tesco over here.
I was really excited whenever I got to go to Quinsworth in Shannon, because there was like fucking nothing in Shannon back then, right?
Yeah.
It was like a big Quinsworth.
Oh, it's not changed that much.
No, but they have a Subway. Last time I was there, they had a Subway, because I walked into the Shannon shopping center and it just smelled like meatball marinara, and I was like, wow, this place has changed. But yeah, they had a Quinsworth supermarket, a Supermac, and a pub. And a sports shop, and that was pretty much the town.
What more do you need, mate? Sorry, you've just
Exactly.
listed all the essentials.
It's pretty much bang on what
All
you're
you're missing
saying,
is a bookies, and that's it then.
I mean, there probably was one of those, but my
Yeah.
granddad never took me in the bookies. So,
Okay,
yeah.
well, that is, a lot of Irish children would have been brought into the bookies and sat there. Yeah, so the call cards was a thing, and I don't remember. I don't know if it was a thing like an urban legend in England, like it was in Ireland. Garrett, do you remember the thing people used to say about like if you wrapped a call card in tinfoil and put it in the freezer, it would the credits would refill on it?
No,
This-
I don't, like because I was slightly too young for call cards. Because I remember them, but I never like. Obviously, they were never in like my school or
This
anything.
was an urban legend. Did not work.
How many times did you try it?
I didn't try it, but it was like
Then how do you know it didn't work? Dave?
it was like it was one of those
Yeah,
things
Dave.
it was like an urban legend. A bunch of people in the school tried it, and they were like, "Oh, that was a fucking waste of time, wasn't it?" But like, I remember the real.
Why wrap it in tinfoil?
Yeah,
Don't
it's
know.
not as cruel as the people that were told, oh, you know, if you want to get this thing on your electronic device, you know, people on YouTube say you should go put it in the microwave and it will power it up.
And you know what? I suppose in that, like, when you're at that age, these things seem semi-plausible. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I completely believe that at that age, I'd be like, look, if that fucking urban legend about missing no in Pokemon Blue turned out to be true, Lord knows this call card thing seems like chump change by comparison to how weird that is.
Yeah, kind of like Mew under the truck where the
Yes.
SSN is and
Yes.
shit like that,
Yeah.
to bring it back to Pokemon.
But yeah, I remember that the chase call card, the one that was the hardest one to find, was the Kit Kat call card.
Oh, nice.
And that was like the crowning achievement when I finally got one. Because I think you had to get some enormous. It was back in the day where you used to collect the coupons off the back of multi-packs and send away to get a thing.
Oh, man.
And that's, I believe, how you got the Kit Kat call card. You couldn't just walk into a shop or just grab a call card, whatever other fucking ways I'd never actually bought a call card.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
had
like-
a stack. I had a stack about like 3 or 4 inches thick of call cards that were bound by an elastic band that I had, and you know you'd trade, and yeah, it was
Not as expensive as what you gave away to your cousin.
no, definitely not. That did the second hand call card black market didn't rebound at any point.
No, it much like Beanie Babies, it crashed in flames. But I don't know if your cousin listens to this or interacts with any of the stuff that you do, but I really hope they're listening right now and they go and get them valued. And I would invite your cousin onto the show next week to read out the fucking euro value of what you just handed over to them
Nope.
at that age.
I want to die without that knowledge. Thank you very much.
Nope, me and Garrett want to hear it. I don't know about you, Garrett. I need to hear that.
I want to know what my own Pokemon cards are worth because I still have a lot of them just sitting in a tin, just loose cards. So they're probably in like okay shape because there was a tin. Surely they haven't been damaged by weather conditions or anything.
Yeah, hopefully.
That'd be a fun skit for the Link to the Cast YouTube channel. Is like the three of us tried to go to a proper auctioneers to get your Pokemon cards valued.
Unleashing my like 20-year-old Twix tin, which used to have a bunch of Twixes, and it's like, here's all my Pokemon cards, sir.
Just kicking in the door, road dog style, in the middle of a fine art auction.
The other thing we did mention that was like a consistent in my childhood was football stickers.
Oh yeah,
Collecting football stickers, that was a constant.
They got banned in my school. Like just trying to think of all the things that got banned in my school. Power Ranger figures got banned in my school. Like Pogs got banned in my school.
Oh, Pogs, yes.
Yep.
I was too old or too young for Pogs.
Oh my god, Pogs
Very
for
upset.
a hot minute there, like. And oh my god, when I think back of the things I had limited edition Pogs of that you get, like if you got multi-packs of certain kinds of sweets.
Yep.
Did you have the short-lived sci-fi TV series Space Precinct, the Space Precinct Pogs that came with like multi-packs of Smarties or some shit?
No,
I believe
yeah.
I believe Space Precinct might have been a Scott Bakula vehicle.
The best thing
remember
was like
correctly.
the best thing in line with Pogs was like Chupa Chups. So like whatever Chupa Chups were sponsoring at the time, the sort of lollipop / sweet company, and they made these like really cool. I can't remember what the Pog that you throw to hit and flip the other Pogs is called, like the Slammer Pog or whatever the fuck that thing is called. I feel like Dave looked that up, like the main Pog, because it was like this cool like weird metal.
Oh,
thing.
the Slammer.
It is called the Slammer,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if that's the like official term for it or whatever.
No, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay, that was really like I had loads of those like metallic Chubba Chub Slammer Pogs, which were really cool. And then I think there was just like loads of random like animation. I think I had some like Tom and Jerry Pogs at some stage and just all sorts of things. Dinosaurs, the weird sitcom where everyone is fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of those.
You mean It's Real Dinosaurs, that one?
Yeah.
With the creepy baby dinosaur.
Yeah, the creepy baby dinosaur, yeah.
Where the finale is where the meteor hit and they all died.
They all died, yep. I think I have that in Pog form somewhere. I could not tell you where that is. I wouldn't be able to lay my hands on it, but yeah. I just remember going through all these phases in school. Yo-yos was a huge one as well, but I think yo-yos is cyclical, excuse the pun, because I think they come back every now and then, don't they, yo-yos?
Yo-yos, Slinkies.
Yeah, Slinkies. Slinkies were never that huge, I guess, for me, because
they weren't like a collector's thing, but everyone fucking had one.
Everyone had one. Oh yeah, for sure. Like everyone had a Stretch Armstrong. Everyone had an Etch-a-Sketch. Like basically everything that you see in Toy Story is what people genuinely had.
Everyone had a fucking VTech.
Yep.
Basic ass, like to help you do your multiplication tables. Fake laptop.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a like 90s toys heavy podcast, and
I'm loving it.
I am not at all afraid of that.
I'll tell you what, I don't mean to derail things any further, but I'm going on a nostalgia trip here because I just looked up Space Precinct because I was like, that was definitely a show, right? Will you hear this shit, right? Firstly, I had no idea that show was British. I just assumed because it was like sci-fi and stuff like that, it's an American import. Space Precinct is a British television series that was broadcast from 94 to 95 on Sky 1 and later on BBC 2 from 95 to 96 and in first run syndication in the United States. The thing that absolutely blew my fucking mind is that it was a show created by Jerry Anderson.
Wow, he of the puppetry fame.
Yes, indeed.
Captain Scarlet and Thunderbirds and all of that.
And one of the series directors, was John Glenn, the director of 5 James Bond films.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm looking through the cast and I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
This is just full of nobodies.
You know it's bad when on the Wikipedia page for the show, half of the main cast don't have Wikipedia pages.
Yeah, they have that like red text where it's like you should be able to click on this person, but they don't exist.
Garrett, were there any again? It'd be interesting to see were there any other things from the couple of years after we had been in the collectathon craze that were unique to your time period?
No, I don't think so. I think Beyblade was the end of it for me, and then everyone grew up and pretended they were too cool for all that stuff. Were you Yu-Gi-Oh kids? Or were you too old for Yu-Gi-Oh?
I was I finished primary school around the time Yu-Gi-Oh started airing in Ireland on the Den.
Because Yu-Gi-Oh was like Pokemon level for a hot minute.
Yeah, so it was. For me, it was there was a moment where it was like Yu-Gi-Oh started, but then on Toonami, Dragon Ball Z started. I was like, this is the one that it feels like I'm a teenager now. Dragon Ball Z, it's fighting and shit.
Look at all these muscles.
Yeah. Look at them go screaming for 3 episodes.
I kind of fell out of love with a lot of that shit as well because I remember watching a couple of episodes of Digimon, and aside from the theme tune to Digimon, I was like,
jank ass shit.
Fuck this show, man. I'm sorry.
I am to this day a strong Digimon defender. I love Digimon.
Yeah, but Garrett, are you one of those nonsense people who tries to insist online that it's better than Pokemon?
It is different, and the anime is better than Pokemon. I will stand over that, particularly the 3rd season Tamers, better than Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, there are parts of the Pokemon anime you can't really defend. Did Digimon ever give you a seizure? I'm guessing not.
No.
There you go.
I think that's the bar we should hold to all children's entertainment.
Yep.
Listen, there's a Digimon Tactics game out this year, Digimon Survive, which has been delayed like twice. I'm very much looking forward to Digimon Tactics.
It's because they're like, wait, is Garrett
Can't
playing
believe we're
anything
talking
that
about
week when
fucking-
it comes out?
Can't believe we're fucking talking about Digimon on this show.
Yeah, let's
like,
end the show quickly.
What the fuck?
Oh, the Digimon movie. I remember being so ripped off by the Digimon movie because it's it's an event. It's the Digimon movie. And it turns out it's just two like short films shoved together and tied together with some VO. It's absolute nonsense.
That's what you deserve for getting invested in fucking Digimon. Right.
Wow.
Yep.
You're
Theme
crushing
tune
my
still rips,
childhood
though.
here, Dave.
Let me tell you about how that one episode of Dragon Ball Z where Goku and Piccolo learn how to drive is better than the entire existence of Digimon.
Yeah, but unlike
is my TED
Dragon
Talk.
Ball, they filled the episodes with the same Digivolution sequences for 5 minutes every episode, as opposed to people going, ah!
Well, funnily enough, every episode I watched of Digimon made me go, ah, the entire time I was watching it, so it's a wash, really.
Guys, there's a Pokemon that can speak like a human. It's called Meowth.
Yeah, there sure is. And he's,
That's right.
There's a
Yeah.
whole origin story about why he speaks like a human. It's a very good episode.
It's a great episode.
yeah. And look, nothing will ever in Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, or anything else reach the emotional resonance of Bye Bye Butterfree.
Oh my god.
Don't know why we still made TV after that, honestly.
Yeah.
I know. That's
It's
where it
like
peaked.
up there, like the three traumatic events of my childhood and adolescence is Mufasa dying, Bye Bye Butterfree, and the dog at the end of the episode of Futurama.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
formative pillars of any childhood.
yeah, just absolute trauma.
What
Anyway,
about when Pikachu cried Ash back to life in the Pokemon movie? Not the same
Yeah.
thing for you, no?
I tell you, there has been maybe no greater difference in between my emotional state coming into a movie and coming out of a movie than Pokemon the first movie, where I'm like so hyped I might explode going in, and I come out I was like, man, that movie was kind of a bummer, wasn't it?
Pretty
But
much.
you got those cool Pokemon cards with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
did.
was the only good thing about it, like a weird, like limited edition Mew. But pretty much every Pokemon movie ever is awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're garbage. They're so bad.
Yep, and Ash Meeks are legendary in every one. It's like, motherfucker, like no one's seen these. These are meant to be legendary, not like the same kid can't find them all. I don't like that. Give me some other kids finding it. Anyway,